In this video, we're going to focus on the chemical reaction between sodium carbonate and hydrochloric acid. So what we're going to do is we're going to determine the products of this chemical reaction, we're going to balance it, and then we're going to write the net ionic equation. So let's begin. By the way, both of these substances are in the aqueous phase. This is a double replacement reaction, and sodium is going to pair up with chlorine. Sodium has a positive charge as an ion, and chlorine forms a negative charge as an ion. So the magnitude of the charges is 1 to 1 without taking focus on the signs. So you can combine them in a 1-to-1 ratio. So on the right side, we're going to get sodium chloride in the aqueous phase. Now, when we pair up hydrogen and carbonate, note what's going to happen. Hydrogen has a +1 charge, carbonate has a 2- charge. When they get together, they will combine in a 2-to-1 ratio. And so this is going to give us carbonic acid. We need 2 hydrogen ions to neutralize the -2 charge on carbonate. Now, when carbonic acid is formed under acidic conditions, it's going to decompose into water and carbon dioxide. So we're going to get liquid water as a side product and gaseous carbon dioxide as another product as well. So this is a gas evolution reaction. Now what we need to do is we need to balance the molecular equation. So let's put a 2 in front of NaCl and a 1 in front of Na2CO3. So now we have 2 sodium ions on both sides of the chemical equation. We also need to put a 2 in front of HCl so that we have 2 hydrogen atoms. And at this point, the chemical reaction is balanced. Now, before we can write the net ionic equation, we need to write the total ionic equation. And in order for us to do that, everything in the aqueous phase, we need to break it up into ions. Every other molecule in this reaction that's not in the aqueous phase, we're just going to leave it alone. So let's start with sodium carbonate. We could break that down into 2 sodium plus ions and 1 carbonate ion. All of the ions are in the aqueous phase, by the way. I might not write AQ because I may run out of space, but on a test, you need to write it. Now we can also break up HCl because that's also in the aqueous phase. And we can break it up into 2H plus and 2Cl minus. Sodium chloride is also in the aqueous phase, which means that it dissolves in water. It's soluble in water. And so we can break that up into 2Na plus and 2Cl minus. Now water is a liquid, so we can't break that up into ions. We're just going to leave it the way it is. And carbon dioxide is a gas, so it's not going to decompose into ions. Only the soluble ionic compounds and the acids should we break up into ions, because that is exactly what happens when these compounds dissolve in water. They dissociate into ions. Now what we need to do at this point is we need to identify the spectator ions. These are the ions that they're spectators. They don't participate in the reaction. They're there to like watch the reaction, so to speak. Now the spectator ions are the ones that appear exactly the same on both sides of the chemical equation. So feel free to take a minute and identify the spectator ions. The first one that we can identify is sodium. They appear exactly the same on both sides. The second one is the chloride ion. So what we have left over will make up the net ionic equation. So we have 2 hydrogen ions in the aqueous phase reacting with a carbonate ion, also in the aqueous phase. And these 2, when they get together, they will ultimately form liquid water and gaseous carbon dioxide. So this is the net ionic equation for the reaction above. So that's basically it for this video. So now you know what happens when sodium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid. You know how to predict the products of this double replacement reaction. You know how to balance it. You know how to write the total ionic equation, identify the spectator ions, and now you know how to write the net ionic equation as well. Thanks for watching.